The Sogli state has declared its readiness to deploy its warriors to help the state security agencies curb the attacks on parts of the Volta region. It follows an attack Tuesday dawn on the STC terminal at Ho, blamed on a group of secessionists seeking to break away from Ghana. The information minister, however, says government is on top of the situation, but the National Democratic Congress, in a statement, meanwhile, says it is alarmed at the significant deterioration in the national security situation and is calling for urgent action for the restoration of normalcy. Government has also established a database to track the export of labor from Ghana. This is to prevent the exploitation of gullible workers who are often lured by agents with the promise of funding greener pastures elsewhere, only to land them in deplorable situations. The NDC is promising to roll out policies to protect the vulnerable and aged in their next government. And also in this bulletin, President Akufo-Addo is projecting a 95% win at Asante Achim in the Ashanti region. Speaking at a deba held at Joaso as he told the region, with his ministers, he expressed confidence his government's performance in his first term should guarantee him that. The Sogli state has declared its readiness to deploy its warriors to help the state security agencies curb recent attacks on parts of the Volta region. It follows another attack Tuesday dawn on the STC terminal at Ho, blamed on a group of secessionists seeking to break away from Ghana. It follows another incident last Friday where major roads leading to and into and out of Volta region were blocked by rampaging youth and attacks on some police stations. Here's a news desk report on the attacks.
Police say the group of armed men stormed the State Transport Corporation STC in Ho at 2 a.m. on Tuesday. They reportedly fired gunshots before proceeding to assault drivers of the buses. David Achampong is driver of the STC bus, which was set ablaze by the alleged secessionists. He tells Joynews his vehicle was shot at twice by the unidentified attackers.
Abo me glass ni e wo car na chi ndi ho ana minyane e ma yese me pie afri car ni asi efom ana me sa ati tu second why say asatu ndi that na maduru gate na me bi me me bi gate na si fom ana me hu se jada car ni mu wom ana me ye fast na me si fom du ahanam na ana.
I was sleeping in the bus when I heard a gunshot. The back window of the bus got broken. I woke up to check what was happening, then I heard another gunshot. Just when I stepped out of the bus to check, it caught fire. Suddenly, someone pointed a gun to my head and asked that I lie down. I knelt down and raised my hands, begging them not to kill me. I saw two men, but I think they were more than that. They went to the security man and demanded for the keys. Then they moved behind the yard. Then I fled.
The security guard on duty was held at gunpoint while they set one of the buses on fire and damaged another.
It was around 2:15 a.m. when we saw a group of men enter the yard. It was dark, so I couldn't see their faces. I asked them what was happening. They said I should wake up and lie on the ground. I begged them. They said I should lie down with my face on the ground and not speak. I heard them break a window of the bus. Then suddenly, the bus caught fire.
Joynews' correspondent Fred Kwame Asari reports some residents of Ho are concerned about the security situation in the Volta region and wants government to act and to do so immediately.
So they said they should shoot. Where the young people, they inside to the securities, they are not having gun, they are not having anything.
So them students, they fear. Even one of them to jump the wall, we enter for the KCS, the Mayadis. So one of the security, as they hear that thing, is into a fear. They like one of them call the manager. So some people come attack, even the bank car, those things, one of the car to the bank. So the manager to call the fire service. By the time the fire service they come, according to my brother, he saw everything. So as they hear the siren, when they thought it be police. So they started to run away.
My view with what is going on in the country, between the Western Togoland, that group, and the government is, I think the government have to come into a negotiation table with this particular group, know their grievances. If they are able to solve it, fine. But if they are not able to solve it, I think the problem is still there.
It is unclear if the perpetrators are members of the Western Togoland Restoration Front, but the incident has heightened the presence of security forces in the area. The Ho Municipal Chief Executive Officer, Prosper B. Pansa, said the recent attacks took them by surprise.
Yes. After Friday, we met and took a decision. We identified some strategic points and tasked the military and the police and all security. Even the prisons was involved and all other security agencies were involved. So we strategized. We realized that the earmarked certain positions like the big markets and some private strategic positions. So we went around this installment and warn them or educate them that they should be alert. We don't have men to put at all these places, so we advise that they should beef up their security.
The warlord of the Asogli State, Togbe Lakleho the 12th, has condemned the act and called on the security services to ensure the perpetrators are brought to book and dealt with severely.
On behalf of the Agbogbomefia Togbe the 14th and the chiefs of Asogli State, I wish to let you know that we condemn the act reported to have been taking place in this region by the Western Togoland group. In no uncertain terms, the roadblocks, the burning of lorry tires in various parts of the Volta region, the attack on the police stations at Mepe and other places, the seizure of the police vehicles and burning of the STC vehicles in Ho. These were criminal acts which we urge the government to conduct investigation and those involved to be made to face the full rigors of the law. We therefore want to state clearly the commitment of Agbogbomefia Togbe the 14th and the Asogli State Council for peaceful and united Ghana, and our preparedness to collaborate with government to ensure peace and stability in the Volta region and the country at large.
Information Minister Kojo Ponkroma is however assuring the chiefs and security agencies are on top of the situation and that there wouldn't be the need for any traditional troops.
They haven't seen anything at all. They are requesting for more. I think we should also be clear with the fact that you cannot have soldiers, police, military on every square inch of land. And even if you did and people are not providing you with the kind of collaboration and support that is required, your exercises may not be successful. So currently, there is a deployment at sensitive installations to ensure that protection is provided. We, through the Regional Security Council, with the support of the National Security Council Secretariat, continue to monitor and make a determination of what sort of beef up or build up may be required where, But we will still require collaboration with chiefs and people and local opinion leaders so that you can do the work that needs to be done effectively. We cannot take that out of the equation and just bring in more soldiers or bring in more police, etc. There are deployments there. There continue to be an assessment of the situation to determine whether or not some more should be sent there. But even if you had 1 million there, and the collaboration, the sharing of information is not stepped up, you will miss one or two things. And that is a part of the conversation that we need to hit on. It's not about deploying warlords, etc. on the sea. I'm not sure that the Asogli state is superior to the Volta Regional House of Chiefs. The Volta Regional House of Chiefs itself has agreed to collaborate with the state. I'm not sure we should be encouraging or playing up one traditional council's suggestion that they want to deploy warriors on the streets. I don't think we should play it up. I think the lead authority there, the Volta Regional House of Chiefs, has one, condemned it, two, expressed that it desires to collaborate with the state so that all the traditional councils under it can take a cue from what the Volta Regional House of Chiefs itself and the state of Ghana collaborating to ensure that stability is maintained in these areas. So I'm not sure we should be playing up these suggestions.
But the opposition National Democratic Congress says it is not convinced about government's handling of the attacks. The party in a statement said it is alarmed at the significant deterioration in the national security situation and is calling for urgent action for the restoration of normalcy. Excerpts of the statement reads, the NDC has noted with utter dismay recent reports of attacks on Ghanaians and property in various parts of the Volta region. The NDC is alarmed by the significant deterioration of the national security situation despite earlier threats and clear warning signals. The reported attacks on the sovereignty of Ghana, as occurred on 25th and 29th of September, are a clear indication of failure of government under Akufo-Addo and the National Security Council, which he chairs. While property has been destroyed, lives lost, the people of Ghana are yet to hear a comment by the president condemning these acts of treason and lawlessness, let alone consoling the victims and taking urgent action as appropriate to restore law and order. This is what Ghanaians expect from the president, who incidentally is the chairman of ECOWAS. And it goes on to say this sequence of events cumulatively constitutes a threat to national peace, unity, territorial integrity, and the sovereignty of Ghana. The NDC calls for urgent action for the restoration of normalcy. And this is signed by Honorable Samuel Ofusampo, who is the national chairman of the NDC. We'll take a break on Joynews Prime. We'll bring you more after this break. Welcome back to Joynews Prime. To the rest of our stories, government has established a database to track the export of labor from Ghana. This is to prevent the exploitation of gullible workers who are often lured by agents with the promise of finding greener pastures elsewhere, only to land them in deplorable situations. Ghana's ambassador to Lebanon, Wilfred Hammond, at a news briefing Tuesday, said the agents leave the country along with the workers, mostly women, illegally through unauthorized routes, as the records from the embassy does not match the number of persons evacuated from Lebanon.
Establish a whole database now that provides us with the name of the agents who came to the villages or the places to give them all the beautiful stories that they were going to provide for them, because we have among them nurses, graduates. Of course, majority of them are illiterates or half illiterates, whom have been brought from places that they've never been to Accra. The first time in Accra was going out of the country. So, of course, they were vulnerable and they could be taken advantage of. And what we realized was a serious trafficking, human trafficking, that took place. Because
President Akufo-Addo is projecting a 95% win in the elections this December at Asante Achim in the Ashanti region. He believes his government's performance in his first term should guarantee him that. The president was speaking at a deba held at Dwaso as he toured the region with his ministers.
Asante Achim, 3 constituencies away, North, Central and South. Ninya MPP. The better by years 8 December, North, Central, South. Nina Emba NPP afa. Now Abana ya tuma MPP 2016 no afidi enkostrusis akra. 95% na ya bi hia e was Asante Achim South.
The second day of the 3-day tour has seen the president and his team inspect ongoing roads in Ashanti Achim South District, the fertilizer and pork factories in the area. He also commissioned a 6-unit classroom block at Apramso and a dormitory at Konongo, Odumasi SHS. Education Minister Dr. Matthew Opoku-Prempeh advised the gathering to be wary of former President John Mahama's promise of a mortuary.
Mechanical crabby. I need papa for I need the papa baba to the abattoir. I don't care. Obi so da yesa obanko school free no be bomb as a car mo na kwada mochre. Mutio. I don't need to send you mo. I don't care make us sa papa ye no so be si mochri. I was so go no as Secessionist on one of Morocco Parliament, so the Okada bar and the papa. On one of your mother who said, Oma Muka Okada the party Zongo. Would you? And open voltage or say Zongo for or say the Okada as a Bremo. Not the Okada the Brahma, not the watcher come home, or probably open body. Obi Osi Koki Okada, Nakoda Boche, or Poya no body. And the Mikokase.
Matthew Opoku-Prempeh is Minister for Education. From the NPP to the NDC is promising to roll out policies to protect the vulnerable and aged in the next government. General Secretary Johnson Asidun-Ketia says an aged home will be set up to care for those without family care. He was speaking at Bano number 2 in the German South constituency of the Bono region during day 2 of the NDC Flag Bearers Tour.
Wọ́n nyini ẹ̀kọ́kùrafọ́ ẹ̀nìmìrìwàfọ́ wọ́n yẹ ababaawa náà abranteɛ náà yá na wáyé wájú sẹ́ wọ́n di bí àwọn ọmọ akọkùra bí àwọn ọmọ abiriwa yẹsrẹ́ mu ẹ̀yẹ nyinaa yasẹ́deẹ́ sẹ́ yẹ maame nom ne yẹ papa nom a wọ́n mo anyini no yẹ bẹ́rẹ̀ sẹ́ wọ́n mo nna aka sẹ́ nyame bẹ́frẹ́ wọ́n no wọ́n mo nni arẹ̀wọ́. Na wɔn nso ebetimi edi anigye aka ɛwɔ abi atena wiase ha kosi sɛ nyame bɛfrɛ wɔn wokɔ abrokyira yɛwɔ aged home anti so obi ba wiase na wɔanwoba ana abrabɔ no emu ankɔ yie na ɔbɛbɔ akɔkora na abrewa ebi a onni nipa biara wɔ ne ho ɔbɛhwɛ no saafoɔ no ɛyɛ aban asɛdeɛ sɛ ɔbɛhwɛ wɔn eti President Mahama si ɛbɛyɛ aged homes na obi a ɔte saa biara no wokɔ na ade no kɔhyɛ aban nsa na aban ɛbɛhwɛ no ama na aduane adi atotɔ ntoma ne ade di ama no kosi sɛ nyame ɛbɛfrɛ no nipa a ɛdi mfe aduosia kɔ biara no afei wobɛkɔ doctor free
Saying that most house helps go through inhuman treatment at the hands of their masters, but an NDC government's new policy will protect them against such exploits.
And that's how Tete no was so meso na Katiana de Bemanoa. Sakatia Semnuna, a bear Shisha, Modemon Sabasasia, and Sana Aqualano, Aquatna Ubinche.
Meanwhile, Nana Kofo Dante Benkumhene of Drobo traditional area has appealed to John Mahama to construct deplorable roads in the area which were abandoned after he left office.
Yeah, says yeah. Or the Sakwan of Ma Nipa 7 years in Sumaya. Yeah. Nababia Bedruyan Yamianim Nayan in Sebu Kota. Yeah. And Cherry and Yehu Yana said Abam Fufraba Affiliate one no son Yehuana said Bafa Bakum. Yeah. Bafabi Barako. Bo contractor no yadru no oya adwuma ba bi na afako saa besinde ya ye no kasai ni yada papa na se ye wa yure hyem wodo no se bibia ni a na se otwana ni hwe ya ye nim so de saa contractor be sana ba yokoni so.
And so to come in business, as Cocoa Board secures $1.3 billion in its annual cocoa syndication loan, the board chairman says it's long overdue for Cocoa Board to get this loan from local banks. We'll take a break. We'll bring you more of that in business.
A very good evening to you. It's time for business with me, Charles Aitip. The board chairman of Cocoa Board, Hackman also Ajaman, says the cleanup of the banking sector puts local banks in the best position to pull off the annual $1.3 billion cocoa syndication loan. Now, out of the 28 international banks who provided syndication, only 4 local banks participated. Hackman also Ajaman believes that securing the local facility eases its expenses on Cocoa Board. There is more, the syndication loan. Signing comes days after President Akufo-Addo increased Ghana's cocoa producer price by 28%, with cocoa farmers now taking home 660 cedis per bag of cocoa beans. Speaking at the virtual signing of the facility, Chief Executive of Cocoa Board, Joseph Boahin Edu, detailed the conditions for the syndication loan, which is payable in 7 calendar months with a LIBOR.
Pre-export trade finance facility has been signed to finance cocoa purchases for the 2020-2021 crop season. The loan, which is payable in 7 calendar months, is projected to help purchase about 900,000 metric tons of cocoa for the crop year. We never defaulted in repaying the loans since 1992-93 crop season.
Meanwhile, Joy Business engaged the board chair of Cocoa Board, who explains the need for more local banks to participate in the syndication process.
Now that the banks have been streamlined and made firm, they should be able, eventually, in the short and the immediate future, they should be able to syndicate 1.3 billion. It shouldn't be above us as the economy expands. We should be able to do that.
Cocoa Board will use the facility to raise cocoa yields per hectare and increase Ghana's overall production. So far, the first tranche of the syndication loan is expected to hit the Bank of Ghana's accounts on the first week of October. I'm Charles Aite for Joy Business. Well, the Ghana Stock Exchange has suspended the listing of Samwood Limited with effect today. This is because the company has suspended its operations entirely. The suspension may not come as a surprise because the firm has been going through certain challenges for some time now. Now, this is a reflection of the performance of the share price on the exchange. Charles Nixon Yeboah has more on this development.
This will be the third time the exchange is suspending a firm on the Accra Bears. African Champion Industry, Clydestone and Golden Web Limited have all been suspended by the exchange before. In a statement, the exchange said Sam Wood had communicated its intention of suspending its operations due to the negative impact of the introduction of the new curriculum of the Ghana Education Service. This led to a subsequent obsolescence of its textbook inventories and the stoppage of its book sales operations. The company has therefore filed a suspension of its operations with the Ghana Revenue Authority and the Social Security and National Insurance Trust. Rule 13.4 of the exchange listing rules empowers the Accra Bears to suspend a listing where a listed company has ceased to be an operating company. Earlier, Sam Wood has informed the exchange of a special resolution passed by its shareholders at its annual general meeting held November 21st last year to voluntarily delist from the exchange.
Now, the state-of-the-art Boeing 787 Dreamliner of Qatar Airways has touched down on the runway of Kotka International Airport. It happened this morning. Now, this official commences the 4 weekly flights to Accra via Lagos, making it the 4th destination to be launched in Africa by the national carrier of the state of Qatar. Well, I was at the airport and here's what I found. On the runway is the Dreamliner 787 Qatar Airways. This is the first time they are touching grounds here at the Kotka International Airport. This is a huge investment and a huge impact on Ghana's tourism industry. This is going to be their 4th destination so far via, Accra via Lagos in that particular regard. So we do know that the coming on board of the Dreamliner sets a very huge stage for Ghana's aviation industry. Minister for Aviation Joseph Kofi Adda tells Joy Business the emergence of Qatar Airways just a few weeks since Ghana reopened the Kotka International Airport signals the confidence gained from international airlines amid COVID-19.
Qatar is happy that what we're doing, we're on the right path. I think it's also an indication or manifestation of the prudent management of the economy, confidence in the way things are being done in Ghana, to come and help us grow our national economy.
He stated that Qatar's emergence will spark some competition, which could see air tickets relatively cheaper.
We're looking at this as an indication of competition. We've had many airlines flying in and out of Ghana for a long time. We have not been particularly happy about the high cost of flying in the sub-region and the lack of connectivity. I think Qatar is coming in to let us know that with the growth of aviation, particularly based on the vision of His Excellency the President.
This is big in terms of its impact on the tourism potential in Ghana amid COVID-19, looking at the huge potential of Qatar Airways in that regard. With an immeasurable investment potential in Ghana, Chief Executive of the Ghana Investment Promotion Center, Yofi Grant, is confident that Ghana is well positioned to attract both angel and foreign investors to the country's tourist and economic development.
Qatar Airlines coming to Ghana opens the door for us as 2 partner countries to exploit the opportunities that we have for mutual benefit.
Good news indeed for Ghana's aviation space. That's how we end business. The stories continues with sports. Gary Al Smith is up next. To stay.
With football about to begin properly in Ghana, some of the Ghana Premier League clubs are taking steps to whip themselves into shape, and Dreams FC are one of them. Hello and welcome to the Sports on Prime. I'm Gary Al Smith. We'll be taking a look at the teams one after the other from now until the Ghana Premier League kicks off on the 13th of November. We had a bit of a report by Oreku Ampofo on Dreams FC to begin with.
Players and the technical staff of Dreams Football Club converged yesterday morning for the team's first training session following the full release of the match schedule for the 2020-2021 football season. The team was able to train after the President of the Republic, His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo, lifted the ban on contact sports and gave the green light for the resumption of group training in Ghana. Dreams FC have been busy in the transfer market so far, signing the likes of Ajenim Boateng and Joseph Esso, formerly of Hartlepool, alongside 4 other players. The club is also expected to make more signings, with manager Wilfred Domon and the technical team receiving a full squad, including 6 newly newly acquired players on the team's first training day. Dreams have not been in action since the team last played Elmina Sharks on 15th March in the 2019-2020 season, which was cut short by the pandemic. The Still Believe boys were sitting 13th in the truncated Ghana Premier League after accumulating just 16 points in 15 games. The new season is expected to start on the 13th of November.
And as a follow-up to that, Dreams FC's coach Winfred Dormont has assured fans of the team's readiness for the kickoff.
Scientifically, a coach need or a team need 6 to 8 weeks. 6 minimum, the maximum 8. And I believe when Yaya made that call, I believe the executive council also met and they consider it because the players has been home, they have been inactive during this transitional period. And that is why they come out with a comprehensive calendar. And if I sat down with my technical team and we work it out and we realize that we would be able to make 7 weeks to the start of the league. So everything is on course so far as our prioritization is concerned. We believe by the 7th week, where we begin to play high-profile games, the team will be good to go.
That's it for the sport. Gary Alsmith here. Thank you for your time.
Time now for showbiz. Becky is here, and we're already celebrating
Daddy Lumba.
It's his birthday today.
Yeah, and he's been trending the whole lot today. He's not on social media, but a lot of people have been
wow,
celebrating him. So Aisha,
especially the Americans.
I'm telling you. But do you have any of his songs that you love?
Okay, so I know Therese, but the latest one, I think which is very recent, and people jumped to it. Baby. Now we need give us me down madu.
So well, in the spirit of celebrating Daddy Lumba, we decided to bring you Spotlight on Daddy Lumba.
Happy birthday to Daddy Lumba.
So we have some celebrities wishing Daddy Lumba well today.
Happy birthday, legend. Happy birthday, Daddy Lumba. We love you, and God grant you grace. Long life. Video say so. And show. Osumu and show.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Daddy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Daddy Lumba. Nyami Shao, Daddy. Nyami has to say, Odi Afifu for Akawafio. Nyami Shao, we thank God for your life. Nyami has to say, He's given us someone like you. Whilst growing up, we looked up to you. Say, Yes, you need a bit to say, and then I would
Kwanume. See, Kwanume. Me best one amigo. Happy birthday to the legendary Daddy Lumba. God bless you for blessing us with good music. Timeless good music. Enjoy your day, Daddy. Come on. Daddy, Yankupon Sha, no one can say, oh, my time for you. And never order, Mr. Yankupon Sha, no more, Mr. Kojufusu. Eke Daddy Lumba, dear Yankupon Sha, no one can say.
Happy birthday, dear Daddy. Happy birthday to you. And then I am Papa Coupe, Daddy Lumba, who birthday. Da, you can say, Yankupon Sha, on your case.
Oh wow, those are touching words.
Let's talk about Kwame Eugene. Kwame Eugene was on E-Vibes actually last weekend.
Okay.
And he's been sharing some things that celebrities, go through. Celebrities, he's saying that celebrities don't have the chance to explain themselves when rumors are spread about them.
What happens behind closed doors is what makes us look bad, because they don't make room for us to go and explain ourselves. Oh, me who no man kind of baby I'll probably not be there for the rest of my life. But I can't call. I don't even know who he's going to say that thing to. So I can't go about explaining myself. Say, oh, I can't do that job. Every training you've been seeing, it has been on social media. The people around me actually know and understand who I am. That's why I come here and they always accept me in good faith. They know and understand who Kwame is and how Kwame cherishes who he is today. You get it? So they understand me. You see the way we were talking to I was talking to the pastor with my hands behind me and all that. They know who Kwame is and they know nothing has changed. But outsiders still probably stay home and judge. Okay, we know he's backslide, blah, 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 blah. But I keep urging people out there that nothing has actually changed about me. I'm still the same Kwame Eugene they used to Bible.
It's Kwame Eugene.
Yeah. We never the carry last.
You know the carry la la la. Na 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 na. Sebe really konto miri sebe. And it was the most anticipated contest for today, pitching four-time champions Prempeh College against newcomers Asanteman SHS and one-time winner St. Thomas Aquinas. The Old Toms put up a fight, but it was not enough to get them past the Mumford team, which is not only seeded but gunning once again for the ultimate trophy. Joynews' PAC and Anaya Osafo has more highlights of that contest in the following report.
Raise your voices loud, raise your voices loud and sing Floria's Prempeh College.
It was the battle of two former champions of the competition and one school, Asanteman SHS, looking to make history. Even with their face masks, one could tell tensions were rising fast in the hall as the audience of few cheered their schools on to victory. But at the end of 5 rounds, Asanteman SHS had 23 points. St. Thomas Aquinas accumulated 31 points, with Prempeh College standing tall with 49 points, 18 points clear. Contestants of Asanteman SHS were first to look defeat in the eye with a sense of gratitude.
It was a very good contest our opponents gave to us, and we feel very proud to the stage we have come right now. Because we started from nowhere and now we are somewhere. To even get the privilege to compete here, we thank God for all He has done for us and we glorify His name.
The Old Toms vowed the disappointment was not going to break them.
Obviously, we expected to do better, but we are not perturbed by the turn of events. We know that we put in the work and we've actually noticed our shortcomings and our faults and our flaws, and we are definitely going back to the drawing board. And St. Thomas Aquinas is still one of the best schools in Ghana, and God is still an Old Tom.
The winners, Prempeh College, surprisingly had modest goals and assured fans of better performance in subsequent contests.
And Accra Academy Achimota School, Qatar SHTS, Anglican SHS, Kumasi, and St. Augustine's College are the other schools that have also made it through to the quarterfinals. And that'll be it for the bulletin tonight. My name is Aisha Ibrahim. Many thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of our programs.